Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see here, I have this giant NES controller, and as I mentioned in my game room tour, this thing is fully functional. I actually have the cord, which I just shove inside, just plugs into your NES. This video, I'm going to open this thing up and figure out how it works. Probably propose some improvements, because these buttons are very stiff and inaccurate, and it requires two people to play for sure, just because of how massive the thing is anyway. It probably weighs like 60 pounds. It's pretty heavy. I suspect that there's a NES controller board inside, and they probably just soldered wires to different buttons and stuff. That's what I suspect, but I don't know. I've had this thing for over 10 years, and it's always fascinated me. The little backstory I had on this thing was I actually chased this thing down for about 3 years. It popped up on Craigslist. They wanted, I think, $300 for it, which at the time, that was a ton of money. That was like my first job working at McDonald's. I couldn't justify it. And then it disappeared for, I don't know, another year and a half, 2 years. And then it reappeared back on Craigslist for the same price, but up about 45-minute drive away. So I snatched it up quickly that time. But within those 2 years that it was gone, apparently it traveled all the way out to California, and it was on a TV show featured on there, and they flipped this thing for money. And then the person that bought it brought it all the way back and resold it here back in Ohio, which is kind of funny. So, and yeah, it's been in my hands ever since. So let's flip this thing over on his back and figure out how it's put together. All right, as you can see, I've flipped over to its back. So let's go ahead and take out, it looks like there's 6 Phillip heads. Interesting. At least they used the correct thread pitch here. They used drywall screws, but for harder woods, fine thread is actually better. Huh, nice. I didn't break it off, but someone used a already cut screw. Interesting. All right, put these off to the side. Moment of truth here. Let's see. Huh. Look at that. Exactly what I suspected. Got an NES board here. They just soldered to the different locations, and they just used, it looks like, arcade cabinet buttons, which actually is kind of funny because that's what I was thinking about using. Wow, they still have sawdust in here too. That's crazy. What's even more cool here is look at the back. They had a template drawn out. Huh. So this must have been their first template for like what they were going to cut out. Interesting. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I might just, because I was actually thinking about using arcade buttons, so I might end up just replacing these switches with something a little bit better. I mean, these aren't even very tight, so like, look at this. Still works, but especially the D-pad right here, these are not accurate at all. So I need to improve upon these, and you can see they just have a wire just soldered together. A couple of them just jumpered. So there's definitely some room for improvement here. That actually might be one of the problems. Build up some resistance throughout the wire. Yeah, same thing. Looks like they just jumpered a bunch of wires together rather than just using one solid. This is actually about how I suspected it was going to look like. So I'm going to take these off and see how it looks underneath. All right. I saved you guys the hassle of watching me take these double nuts off of each one of these posts here. So from what it looks like these are just going to be momentary buttons. And actually, when I was taking this off, I look over in this corner and there's just a random spring sitting over there. So let's see if it came out from underneath it here. I'll just put this over here for now. Let's pull this thing off. If it's just momentary buttons, then I'm definitely going to figure out something better than this. Yep. As you can see, they're just little push buttons, and it looks like whenever you press the D-pad, it just rocks like and touches these. That's why the D-pad is very inaccurate. Like you got to press it really hard for it to activate the button. And this makes sense now because you got to press it all the way down to even touch these. So I might end up getting an arcade button that's a little bit taller, and it's that way as soon as you start pressing down that side, it'll actually activate the button. Because this way you have to literally press it down all the way before it even starts. So that was kind of a pain. But yeah, that's about how I expected it to look. But we do have 4 springs, so wonder why this one was just sitting over here in the corner. Interesting. But yeah, that's the D-pad. Just 4 momentary buttons that are just activated whenever they hit these blocks of wood, I guess. So definitely a lot of room for improvement on this. If you guys have any ideas on what you would do, please let me know. I'm open for any ideas. I'm definitely going to redo all of this wiring. Probably do some cable channeling or some at least something to hold it in place. I don't like how they just jumpered a bunch of wires. They probably just used what they had. That's the only reason why I would they only have like 3-4 inch lengths of wire just soldered together. So yeah. Now I'll take apart the A and B button over on the other side, because the start and select is going to be the same way, just to see how that works. All right. Over here at the A and the B button, I went ahead and already took off the nuts and the tape that's holding it on right there. So yeah, looks like there's probably going to be 8 springs. So we've got to be a little careful here so they don't go flying. All right. And look at that. Here's where our missing spring was. So, yeah. That looks like that is the A button, which I don't think we had an issue with the A button. So, yeah, I'll grab the spring that's way over there in the corner. That's literally on the other side of the controller. And I'll put it back here. Actually, looks like this just comes out. Look at that. It's pretty cool. So yeah, pretty basic design. I mean, a lot of thought definitely went into this. I was literally going to use these arcade buttons as well if they didn't. So if anything, I might just improve upon the D-pad, because the A, B, start and select worked just fine. It was just the rocking of the D-pad that gave me an issue. So I'm going to put this thing all back together and then see if I can get my lady down here to help me get some gameplay footage just to show you how much of a pain this thing is to use. And then at the end I'll talk about what I think I can do and maybe get some suggestions from you guys. All right.
Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
This is fun. All right. I wouldn't suggest having a drink, but okay. You ready? All right. So I need to introduce you to everybody. This is my girlfriend, Kate. As you can tell, I had to wake her up from a nap to come down here and suffer through this with me. This D-pad is a pain in the ass, so she has the easy part. As you'll see, I don't have a capture card, so I just have a GoPro filming the TV right now. So popped in Super Mario, or not Super Mario, but just Mario Brothers. Let's try her out. One player.
Done right.
I think I gotta hit start. You ready? Here we go. A, hit A.
Not working.
Hold, hit it hard.
I don't want to break it. Or is it B?
I don't know. Just try it real quick before I walk over. There you go, okay. Press it and hold it. Press it and hold it. There, that's high jump. Okay. Ready? So when we go over to an enemy, you gotta jump over it.
Yeah, I've played this before.
Alright, you ready? Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, here we go. Hold it.
I'm holding it.
Okay. See how inaccurate these buttons are?
I'm trying.
There we go, okay. Alright, hold on.
Because you can... No, it's the bigger one.
Almost. There we go, okay. Ready?
This is an arm workout.
There we go, okay. We're gonna run out of time. Alright. Let's try to get through one level, and then we'll cut this. Alright, hurry up.
Oh.
Alright, we'll just skip past him.
Oh, come
We got
on.
this set of stairs. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, thanks. Alright, good enough. Alright. As you can see, this thing sucks. There's a lot of room for improvement. So, yeah. I'm not going to suffer through another level of this because it's a pain. So, hopefully that was enjoyable. Oh, shit.